question is, what measures did you take to ensure that your jurisdiction was able to continue bringing in revenue? We talked a lot about money. And
So Jeff, I'll take a whack at that. This is Chris again, and yeah, I talked about it a little bit when we were under the first question I answered, but most of our enterprise funds are doing perfectly well. It's the general fund that really is a big hit, and I did explain that where we were in March, the big decrease in April, and now the rebound in May. Quite frankly, even though our department is doing well bringing in revenues, we still, because of that $5.3 million deficit in the general fund, had to pony up, employees that through no fault of their own, we had to make some hard decisions, and the mayor and the council had to, take a look and approve those to lay people off indefinitely, and then to furlough people, and just being able to provide the metrics for council or senior leadership to be able to say, hey, look, I've got X number of permits coming in. I need to bring back that other permit tech, or hey, we've got a ton of inspections going on. You can see that it's coming. We need to bring back our building inspector or another building inspector to go ahead and meet the challenges there. Those are the challenges I see, coming up in the future.
Great. Anybody else have anything to add?
Yeah, this is Matt. We obviously, the city of Beaver Creek, we're also, some of our funding sources are being limited, because of the job losses, different things in the community. So we do also have some areas where our funding is being cut. But as far as our department in general and permitting, the fact that we can take online permit payments and things like that, and people can pay fees and stuff online now has actually been pretty big for us, because that was one of the transitions we did when we incorporated a new online software about a year ago. Was we didn't take credit card payments before, so through this whole COVID thing, had we not been able to have that ability, would have definitely impacted our departmental revenues much more significantly than now that we can do online and do credit card payments online and things like that.
Yeah, this is Jay. That's actually exactly, we've actually seen an increase in permitting since COVID. We've actually brought in more money. Of course, that online permitting and payment is wonderful. Those that don't, we accept a check, but they can mail it in the mail. They've started the process, and we just don't finalize the permitting until we receive that check. But it really hasn't been an inconvenience at all, other than maybe our deposits, our daily deposits is gone down to just once a week, because we just don't have that cash flow in our office issue, which can be a problem sometimes.
Yeah. Do you think the increase in permitting, the increase in number of permits, is it mostly kind of residential additions and things, like people at home looking for something to do, or is it more broad?
Exactly. I just talked to our permit specialist. She says that a lot of it is decks, porches, something, shed, something that they just have been putting off, and once they receive the check, they got some extra money, and they're going to go spend it.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the same. This is Matt. I think we're seeing the same thing. A lot of your weekend warriors are taking on, projects that, they've got the time, and they're doing things that they maybe didn't otherwise have time for, and now they do. So, they're building those sheds and decks, fences, all those kind of things. I've definitely seen an uptick in those types of permits.
Right. I think everybody in my neighborhood has a permit, right? I have a very small neighborhood, but I know 3 different permits, including one that I've got in right now. So it's kind of interesting to hear that's going on everywhere.